Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. This is Angelica, nice to see you today. Today's video is going to be called Free Will and Destiny, and what's the difference between the two. And some people, I think some people who are more intellectually based, which I am too, believe in the thing, the notion or thought of free will, and also that things happen on a random basis and that we don't really have any control over anything that's going on. But then there's also people that believe in destiny, like everything was meant to be and we're just here just kind of waiting out for things to happen. So what I found in discussions with so many other people is that you're either thinking one way about this or the other, when in reality, just like with everything, we have to merge the two because they're both true. We do have somewhat control over what we do in our daily lives, what we choose to do. And there is always destiny running through us. There's always things that are calling to us from a deep soul level. And we need to listen to those things, because if we don't listen to those things that are calling out to our heart and what we are supposed to be doing, what you'll find is that your life will be always problematic, problem after problem. Like you're not getting it, you're not learning, you're not growing. Now, we're all on earth here, we're all coming from different places. So depending upon where you're coming from, what kind of experiences you've had in the past, where you originate from will also depend on your soul lessons that you have to learn. Maybe you don't have any soul lessons. Maybe you're just here, you know, on a short time basis, volunteering to kind of transmute a lot of this energy here on the planet. But at the same time, even living here for as long as you have, you realize that you'll have a lot of your own inner stuff that you will have to deal with first, and then you're going to start transmuting. So you're going to not only, heal your own self, then you're going to be a vessel to transmute energy through, to kind of turn it into a higher frequency, if that makes sense. Now, that's not everybody's thing. That's what I do. Now, everybody has their own thing, and whatever that may be. Anyway, the point of that is the free will versus the destiny. I think, we have our free will choices to make the choices that we wish to make in our daily lives. And that can take us to a certain point. But when you add this destiny thing and weave that through it, you realize that if you keep making your free will choices and they're going in a different direction of your destiny or your higher purpose or your calling, you're going to find roadblocks. You're going to find troubling situations. You're going to just find that you keep, coming up against the same issue over and over again until you get it, okay? And some people never get it. They just continue to do the same thing over and over again, because usually our destiny and what is calling to us and trying to make us a better person is always the harder path. So the harder path is going to be that one that destiny is trying to pull you towards. And that is the path that you want to take, for sure. So, yeah, people obviously want to feel like they have a lot of control over things. And it's funny because when I talk about this particular subject with certain people, it's like they're either this way or that way. It doesn't seem like and I always tell them that it's like a little bit of both. It's both. You listen to the calling of your soul. Listen to what your soul is calling you to do. And you'll hear that subtle voice and you'll know what it is, but it's going to be something that's more difficult for you to do. And so people don't want to do it. They're like, no, I want to go this way and do what I want to do. And that's the great thing about it. you can still follow your destiny and still, you know, do what it is that's calling you, and then have your free will to decide what you're going to do with that. Like, what kind of creative ways are you going to work your own particular path along the way? So I am a believer of, this is what I believe, and so I always try to explain, you know, my view on things so that, you know, it may resonate with you, it may not, and if it doesn't, then just discard it and do not even, you know, take it in as truth. You want to always, when you're listening to any kind of information, you want to take the information in and let it settle, and then let it resonate with your inner being and your inner, you know, knowing. And either you'll feel like it'll feel right, like it'll feel like lighter and happier, or it'll feel really like heavy and like, no, that doesn't sit right with me. That's not my truth. Now, just because it's somebody else's truth doesn't mean it's not true. It's just not your truth. So you want to really try to, you know, listen to information that resonates with you. So my own particular thought on this is, things happen for a reason, okay? I think that things definitely happen for a reason, but the problem is that we sometimes block things or resist things that are for our highest growth. And the reason is because we realize that this path that we're about to go on, or this thing that we're about to do, is going to bring more things up that may be difficult to get through, or to learn, or to grow. It's always about a growing process. It's always about becoming, you know, more like your soul self. So you have these things that will come up, and when you are ready for them, now you will always be ready for them, because your soul won't bring things into your path unless you're ready for them. And so when these things come, they're asking you to step up to a new level of maturity, step up to a new level of being that you have not previously you haven't been embodying these particular things. And so yes, it's going to be hard work, and yes, it's going to be something new, and yes, it's going to require you to become more, you know, your best self in every single way, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. You know, you just keep going higher and higher. You don't ever want to stagnate and stop your growth. So this is where we have the free will. So our destiny is bringing these things along. Things are happening for a reason, and then our free will can either go with it and see what, you know, what progresses with certain things, or we resist and we say, oh, no, this is going to be too difficult, and I you know, don't really want to deal with what this could, you know, possibly bring. And so the free will, you know, choose something else, even though it's not listening to, you're not listening to your heart, your soul, and going along with that. So anyway, it's always best to listen to your inner guidance, to meditate, to sit with yourself, to listen to what destiny is calling you to do. Because if you do not follow destiny and you go off on your own little free will path, now the free will choice, it would be to go with destiny as well. But if you decide to go on the other path, you will forever feel incomplete. You will forever feel like you are missing something, like you didn't do what spirit was calling you to do, your soul was calling you to do. And so, you know what? It's so much easier just to go with it, because I've always kind of just gone with my intuition, and it has led me to things that sometimes seemed so difficult, but in the long run, I realized how beneficial they were for me and how everything in my life has happened for a reason, has made me grow. And I'm one to just go with it, you know. And a lot of people are not like that, I don't think. And I think that they forever are kind of unhappy on the inside because they didn't follow their heart. They didn't follow what destiny was calling them to do. And so they're there like just feeling like something's missing. A part of them is missing and they're not completely happy and fulfilled. So I really hope that you choose to follow your destiny, to do the next step that's calling you towards your destiny and your dreams. And yeah, just listen within and really become aware of what is taking place on an inner level and your inner intuition. I hope that this made sense to you. It might be a different take on what you may have previously thought about free will and destiny, and how much control do you really have over things. We actually do have a lot of control. We do have free will, but we won't always be happy in our hearts and in our lives if we choose the wrong path. So thank you so much for watching today. If you would like to schedule a spiritual guidance session with me, please go on my website below the video. If you have any comments, questions, or you need to email me about anything, you can also go on my website and email me there. Just to let you know, I get so many emails and so many things that it could take me a little while to get back to you. And if for some reason I sometimes skip over an email, especially now because Mercury's in retrograde, sometimes things get lost in all the shuffle, and I'll put stars next to things because I read things right away and then I put stars next to things so that I can answer them later because I answer everything at one time. Just rewrite me again just to keep me reminded, because I don't mean to skip over anyone, but it happens because I'm really, really busy. But I really want to get back to you. It's really important to me. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.